All right, my pre-order finally came in from the book depository. I know Jake's gonna be real excited about this. And I know Rhiannon over at Crescent Moon Reads is really big on this book too. The Devouring Gray. I loved the pink sprayed edges. I really also like the United States cover, but I like this pink sprayed edge one, so I got it. Oh, it's a lot bigger font than I thought. I might be able to get to it this month. I was starting to get worried about that. But yay, it's here. I've waited forever because it's book depository and it takes forever. Stephen Hawking on the bookmark. I also have one other book coming today. It is not here yet, but that'll be the last of my books for a haul this month. I already talked about it in last week's wrap up, which was that it's going to be Obsidio, so that I have all of the Illuminate files for Jay to sign in May. I need to get to editing my weekly vlog, so I'm gonna get started on that. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Yep, down he goes.
All right, I'm feeling pretty chaotic. The sun is up. It is 75 degrees out. I should really open like a window or something. I'm trying to get my vlog edited, but the baby fell asleep on me for almost 3 hours, which does mean that I got a ton of reading done. I'm like, I should be able to finish this tonight. So that's Nevernight. This will be The Land Animal. I'm excited to finish it. I'm actually, at the beginning, kind of bored me. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody loves Nevernight. I'm gonna snack while I just dip the celery straight into the cashew butter. I'm the only one that eats it, so. Anyway, I know everybody like lives and breathes by Nevernight, and in the beginning I was kind of like, what, am I missing it? Is it my mood? Is it because I'm kind of going through a little depression? Nope, it picked up. I'm in love. I would die for Trick, but that's probably going to change, I'm sure, from everything I understand. This is stupid. All right. That is not a spoiler because I don't know anything that happens in the Nevernight series. I'm just telling you I would die for Trick right now. And Mia, of course, but regardless. Speaking of Jay Kristoff and the wonderful Amy Kaufman, Obsidio arrived today. I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I don't think it's much different than the normal edition, except that there's like a map in here somewhere. Also, I didn't realize that the actual cover is a silver color. I thought it was just part of the sleeve. So I'm really, really stoked on that. I'm eventually, with the tax returns, gonna get a new bookshelf because my books are, I have more than I have bookshelf, and I hate the bookshelf I have. So they're gonna look real good on my bookshelf. I think that's it for my update. I'm gonna try and edit while I eat the rest of this. I'm waiting for my groceries. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers. This is how I get editing done. For any of you that have read Nevernight, I'm like 92% through, we'll say, give or take. You know what just happened. Good morning, it is Wednesday. I don't know what the date is, but it's Wednesday. I already got my workout in. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Drinking my protein shake with almond milk. I don't know why almond milk has become a thing. Actually, it's because Maddie over at the Book Pusher got like a hate comment about how they stopped watching because she put almond milk in her coffee, and now I think about it every time. Update. So today my daughter's going to gymnastics with her grandpa. So my husband and the baby and I are gonna go to Target to get some things. I am forever in search of the Just Brands Ranch. Any of you guys that are dairy free and love ranch, Just Ranch is the hands down most ranchy tasting ranch. And Just is like incapable of keeping their products on the shelves. It's been months since I've been able to find it. Isley wants to say hi. All right, can I finish my stuff without you talking for a little bit? Is that okay? Thank you. Can you sit down and watch your foxes? So I finished Nevernight last night. I gave it a 5-star. It's a soft 5-star though. What a weird thing to say. There was just something that like didn't fully immerse me. And I think mostly it had to do with my mood and mental state. But the first half of it, I couldn't fully invest myself into it. And again, 2 of those days that I read it were the days that I was not doing so well mentally. So it could have been that. But the second half of the book hooked me. Like I read over 5 days, the first 60 or so percent, and then I read all 40% remaining yesterday, to give you a good idea of how this worked for me. I'm not gonna go immediately into God's Grave because I need a little break from the world and I wanna get through some of my easier books before I get to God's Grave. I know I've said multiple times, I've changed my TBR multiple times, I should say. And God's Grave was going to be plant on the cover, but now I think I'm just gonna try and read God's Grave this month without it being an owl. So we'll see what happens. But instead, I really wanted to get to the Devouring Gray, and there's tons of trees because it is about a forest. Plant on the cover. I'm 10% through already and I only started this morning. I think give or take 10%. I like it so far. It's a fast, like especially compared to Nevernight, whose text is like this. This should feel much easier to get through. Liking it so far, not a whole lot has happened. You know, like a girl comes to town, she's new in town, this town is like, knows everybody, so we're mostly just getting the beginning interactions and kind of a feel for the characters, so I can't really say much more about the plot, but that's my intent, is to read that today, and we'll see. I don't know what else. Then I'll probably read Death Note, and then maybe, I don't know. I need to look, the Radleys has to happen. I need a book with R. I'm not stressing, you're stressing. Bye. I'm really excited about these, so I'm gonna show you guys anyway. My husband's like a huge sneakerhead and I'm really not, but he sometimes will find shoes that he wants me to get every once in a while, as you can see. I don't know how to open this one-handed. There we go. Switch hands real quick. This is not going well, guys. How sweet. Hey guys, what's up? It's Friday. I think I've been bad at updating this week, but I've been doing things, so that's good. My baby's eating and the older 2 kids are with their grandparents, so I figured right now is a good time to update you on my reading progress. So, Owls update. I switched my plant on the cover, which was my Herbology Owls, to The Devouring Gray by Christine Lynn Herman. And I finished it last night. I read it in basically a day. It was really 2 days, but I read like 30 pages one day and then the rest of it yesterday. I have opinions. I really wanted to love it, and it was good. I give it maybe a 3.5 star. I think a lot of it has to do with debut novel because the intent is there, but it's a little messy. I don't think the characters were developed enough. They all felt kind of one note and maybe a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Like token, I guess. You had your like bad boy, you had your like popular guy, you had the pretty girl, you had, you know what I mean, the outcast, which can work if they have deeper personalities, and I just think that Christine didn't reach that yet. However, I do have faith that it seems like it's going to be a series. I can't guarantee that. I did not look into it. But the way it ends makes you think that it's possible that this is going to carry on. And I think that we'll see growth in her writing as it goes. So I would definitely check out the next one if it comes out and is announced, etc., etc. I wouldn't give up on the series. I think the plot arc, the idea, a lot of reviews I saw that weren't great were saying that there wasn't really a whole lot of plot either. I kind of disagree. I mean, there wasn't a lot of happening. It kind of drug out a while, but I really liked the idea of it. It's just the execution wasn't 100% where I would have liked it to be. But debut novels, man, there's like a bit of a pass for that. So I can totally see why people absolutely head over heels love it. It just wasn't 100% up my alley. But done, not crying over it. Moving on to my next one. So I picked up, like, we're nearing the end of the month. What is it today? The 19th or something? I don't know. So I really need to get my owls done. So I reached for Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is a book that starts with R. And my TBR was The Radleys by Matt Haig. And I am reading it. And I'm about a third of the way through as of today. I picked it up this morning, basically. I'm enjoying it. I didn't know what to expect. They're vampires. The Radleys are vampires. So it takes place modern world, but a family trying to live as vampires without doing the whole blood sucking thing. And it's kind of funny. It reminds me a little bit of Christopher Moore's writing. Maybe it's just because of the vampiric and slight humor. But I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'll give you more of an update when I get a little bit further into it, because right now it's just basically the two kids didn't know they were vampires. The parents had kept it from them their whole lives, and they're not really kids, they're teenagers, they're in high school. And an event occurs so that the parents have to tell them who they really are, what they really are. And one's like loving it, and the other is not digging it. And I think it's going to be interesting because now there's another family member that's tied up in all of this that is also a vampire, and I don't really know where it's going, but I'm intrigued and I'm like eating it up. So that's that. After this is done, I will definitely be reading Death Note Volume 5 because that will take care of Potions, which is the sequel, and it'll be pretty easy to get through as it is a manga. And then I think that's it in terms of the things that I absolutely need to do to get my healer. But I also believe that I need one more, as in like the 8 that I need to get done. So I'll probably pick up either A Heart and a Body in the World after Death Note, or I'll pick up Warcross by Marie Lu. I'm gonna probably take inventory as to what is gonna read faster. The Warcross I'm kind of tempted to push back to Asianathon next month. We'll see. I'm all over the place. I need to relook up whether the other things fit because I still want to read The Weight of the Stars this month before it's Asianathon. I don't know. That's where I'm at. Oh, and the whole reason I'm starting this is because I had to order some Easter stuff on Amazon, and so I always, bad habit, I check my bookish wish list to see if any prices have dropped, and if it drops significantly, I sometimes will snatch it up. So this will be the last book I get in April, because I bought a lot of books this month. Normally, like mostly pre-orders, I think. And also I like won one, so I guess it's really not that bad. But anyway, also in, preparation for Asianathon, I guess, and because I just finished a book by him and now I'm in like a Murakami mood, the Wind Up Bird Chronicles dropped like 20-something% in price. So I snatched it up. And I really like the covers. They all match right now, like all of his backlist titles have matching covers. And I really like them. So I haven't read the Wind Up Bird Chronicle, so it might go on my TBR for next month, but that would be a stretch. It's thick, and Murakami takes a while for me to read, and it's tiny text, but I want to grow my Murakami. I don't have enough like adult contemporary literature and it's something I like feel like I need to expand on. So that's that for me. I just ate. My kids are probably gonna be home within an hour. I'm gonna see if I can get any reading done, but the boy's awake, so I can't guarantee anything right now. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next update. Bye. Well, hello. It is Saturday. It's 11:30. I'm just about to eat some food. Can you see it? Just a bunch of leftovers and half an avocado. I've only had a protein shake after my workout today, so I'm pretty hungry and I want to update real fast so I can go eat. I literally couldn't put this down yesterday. I read 75% of it, probably a little bit more than that. I finished it this morning. I give it 5 stars. I looked through Goodreads and almost no one gave it 5 stars. I think it's got an average of like 3.53 or something like that. I enjoyed every minute of this. None of it felt sluggish. None of it felt like a chore. It's pretty thick. It's like 340 pages, give or take. I loved it. It's a vampire story and a story of family and a story of growth and maturing, and I enjoyed it. This is my first Matt Haig, so I would like to check out the rest. I do own The Humans, so I'll get to that eventually, but I loved it. It's my favorite book so far this month, I think. Hold on. So that means that my book that starts with an R is done, which is, why can't I find it? Oh, Defense Against the Dark Arts, which is one that I needed. So I've got one more class to go to finish my needed stuff, which is Potions, a sequel, and I'm going to be reading Death Note Volume 5. I went to start it while my son was napping, but my older kids, because they're both home, obviously woke him up, so I didn't get any of this read. But I should be able to get it done, if not today, then tomorrow. And then I'll probably read, I don't know, The Weight of the Stars, maybe? We'll see what happens. That's it for now. I'll see you guys when I see you. My mom's on her way over to give the kids Easter stuff, and we'll see how the day unfolds. Bye. What's up? It is Monday. I am gonna do a quick wrap up to close out my weekly vlog. So in doing so, I didn't get a whole lot of footage this weekend, but I did read a lot. So let's go over what I read this week so you can start I think it's technically the final week of April, though it does leak into the next week. Regardless, let's do this wrap up. So this week I finished Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, which was Care of Magical Creatures because it's got a land animal on the cover, the cat, Mr. Kindly. 5 stars, as I called it, a soft 5 stars, as in I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best thing I've read this month so far, but it was really good. Why did I grab the wrong stuff? Hold on. Then I read The Devouring Grey, which covered my herbology prompt, which is a plant on the cover, as there are lots of trees. I gave this 3.5 stars. It was pretty good, really good for a debut novel. I'm excited to see where the series goes. You saw everything I thought about it in this video so far. Then I read The Radleys by Matt Haig. This is for R on the cover, which is Defense Against the Dark Arts. This is my favorite read so far of the Owls of the month, even. I think I haven't really heard much about it, so if you like vampires and you like satire, give it a check out. Is that what I'm trying to say?
Wait.
And then over the last 2 days, I did read and finish Death Note Volume 5. I thought about going right into 6 and finishing the whole series, because at this point, it's kind of like dragging a little bit. So I'm glad that it's about to wrap up. Otherwise, it might end up being too long. What can I help you with? You just want to say hello?
Hi.
And this was a sequel, which is Potions, which is the last thing I needed to complete. But because I'm a little bit crazy.
I'm playing diving.
Yep. I might count this instead as Arithmancy, which is more than one author, and call God's Grave, which I just started yesterday, the sequel for Potions. So it depends on how fast I get through this. I'm not that far in, just a couple pages I got to read yesterday. It was a busy day with Easter and I enjoyed it without doing much reading. And then Game of Thrones, obviously, nights when I get a lot of my reading done. So that didn't happen. So what do I have left? If I finish this for Potions, I also am listening to, I know I was going to read A Heart and a Body in the World for my contemporary, but a hold that I've had on an audiobook for a very long time came in, and that is My Sister the Serial Killer by, I can't think of it right now because I'm looking at the physical book, and I'm like 75% through that. So that's what I'm going to count for my contemporary. So what do I have left? I have Potions, the sequel. I have my contemporary, which is Muggle Studies, which I'm working on. Divination is set in the future, which I haven't done. And Astronomy is star in the title, The Weight of the Stars, which I will read right after God's Grave. So I'm doing pretty well. I think that I'm gonna get all 12 prompts done, and probably more than that. Full faith in myself. All right, that's the end of this week's vlog, guys. Like if you've liked this video, subscribe if you are new here and want to see more content from me. All my social media links will be down below. Hope you guys are having a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.